Plaintiff Stanjun Taylor is suing her fiancé's father for car payments, phone bills, and emotional distress. Stanjun says the defendant is a sex addict who sent her raunchy text messages and videos and had loud sex with numerous women while his young children were home. Defendant Willie Earl admits sending sexually explicit texts to Stanjun's phone, but he insists they were intended for his son. Willie's countersuing for unpaid rent because his son and Stanjun live for free.
All right, the plaintiff is suing her fiance's father for unpaid car payments, phone bills, and emotional distress. The defendant is countersuing his son's fiancé for unpaid rent. Stanjun, state your case.
Well, I've learned in the past couple of years that first impressions can be definitely deceiving. When I met Willie Earl, my future father-in-law, he didn't look like a sex addict or any type of person like that, but that's exactly what he is. Literally, I have
You a sex addict?
No.
I have a text that he sent me here, not this week, this week, he sent me a text stating vodka, $19.99, motel, $54.99, condoms, $5.99, finding out that she's and loves it in that. Priceless. Okay, I don't know what you could take from that.
Is that from him?
Your Honor, in my defense, I haven't heard from my son in a long time. I know that's the only number that I have contact with him with. So I thought.
Is this your son?
Yes, that's my son.
Okay. Stand up. Your name, sir?
Cornell Earl.
Cornell, do you communicate with your father on her phone?
Occasionally, yes.
Yeah. And was that sent to you or her? Do you know?
I never replied back to the text messages.
That's not the question.
Did.
Sit down. Thank you, Cornell.
Okay.
But it's her phone.
Yeah, it's my phone.
That's disgusting.
In my defense,
again,
I was sending it to him.
There are pictures.
Well, was his name on it? Should you have said something like that? You'd say to my son Cornell. Let me see the pictures.
These are videos.
I'm afraid to look at the pictures.
Yeah.
These are videos, actually. They're moving videos with sound and moaning and all types of... She's actually, going up and down, if I can say that.
You could send this stuff on a phone?
Yes. They do not block it out. It's explicit pictures of people.
You sent that too? Go ahead.
I met Cornell in June of 2007 on MySpace, and we talked for about 6 months, and we actually hit it off. And Cornell came up for my graduation and started living with me, so we settled and we started living in New Jersey. But we planned a Christmas trip for 2 weeks to Texas. But when I got there in Texas, he got locked up not even 2 days after I get there.
For what? What were you locked up for?
Driving while licensed under suspension. I had missed a court date. I was going to work and I was picked up and they took me down. I was gone for 15 days.
You're in for 15 days?
Yes, if you miss a court date, yes.
While he's in jail, he's writing me these letters, asking me, begging me literally to stay. And he promised me to buy me a car. He promised also to put me through college in the letters. And so I'm stating, why not? Hey, I mean, he's going to do all this for me.
He's going to send you to college too.
Yes.
Your Honor, I did not promise to send her to college.
Okay. So we come back down for the Christmas vacation and we stay. He gets out of jail in January. He called me supposedly from his girlfriend's house at 7:30 in the morning, asked me, begging us both to get the kids ready to take them to school for 8 o'clock.
How old are your kids?
6 and 8.
All right. So what do you do?
So I have 30 minutes to get these kids up, fed, and to school. So I'm rushing, trying to get Daphne ready, and she don't want to get up. So I'm like, Daphne, you have to get up. And I tap her on the wrist. He bust down the door and came in there.
What do you mean he bust down the door? I thought he called you.
He called me from his room stating that he was at his girlfriend's house. Yes. And
did
just
you do
so
that?
I could get
did
up.
you stay here at your girlfriend's house?
Yes, I did.
Why were you so lazy you couldn't get out of bed?
His room
no,
sleeping.
not lazy. Not lazy. What it was is that Stanjun has a violent temper.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And the day before, she was fussing at my daughter. And it is true, my daughter was being a little difficult, but that doesn't give you the right to tell my daughter that you'll snatch her hair out of her head.
Oh my God, where did that come from?
So what happens next?
And that's when the uncomfortable living situations happened.
How?
Literally, you could walk past his door and you will hear moaning and groaning in the rooms. There are
Your Honor,
two
that's a
different
lie.
women in the house.
Your Honor.
Every day, different, all the
Your Honor,
time.
that's a lie.
And the kids are right there in the next room.
That's a lie?
Sometimes I would date. Yes, I'm free to do that.
Right.
And they would come and
But
visit
she's
me,
saying that
but
the
they did
kids
not
could
stay
hear the
night.
moaning.
I don't know if he's a pimp or is that just his fetish or whatever, but he's always having different women in the house
got
at the
it. I
same
got it.
time.
Stand June. Keep the
Yes,
sense of
Mr.
decorum.
Keep her sense of decorum. Well, thank you. I appreciate you trying to run the courtroom. She's got a right to say what she wants to say, and you can say what you want to say. You can deny it. That's fine. Go ahead, Sanju. What are you suing him for?
Okay, I'm suing him for unpaid car note and a house
Wait a
phone.
minute. Wasn't he the one who was going to buy you a car? Now you're suing him for a car?
Yes.
For
I'm
that you
suing-
bought one for him?
I put a car in my name because he went flat. After a while, his transmission went out.
Why are you putting a car in her name?
My son wrecked the car that I had bought
Right.
and went to New York to be with her. That was one.
What's that got to do with you
business for
putting a
me
car
fell
in your
off,
name?
and I had to allow my Blazer to go back because I'd had
So the Blazer was repoed.
exactly.
You know what's curious is that you want her to be responsible for a car, and yet you're not making your son responsible for your car.
I can't make him responsible. I'm trying to help my son.
How is your relationship with your son, Willie? Talk to me about that.
It's always been strained.
Why?
Always. He thinks I'm hard on him, but I am. You know, your word is all that you've got.
Right.
You know, he's always been a slacker, even when he was little.
A slacker?
A slacker, yes.
Where do you think that comes from? Okay, go ahead, Sanju.
Yes, ma'am. When I put the car in my name, he paid the note for about the first 2 months, and the last 2 months he just stopped paying, and it became a repo
Not true.
again on my
What
credit.
happened, Willie?
What happened was I was paying the note.
Let's see it.
I have the car notes here.
Thank
that
you.
What happened was
he
I was
stopped
paying the note. The transmission went bad on it. I talked to them about it. And while I was making the note, because they never paid rent when they were with me,
Oh my God, that is a total lie.
Did you have an agreement when you moved from Jersey to Texas that you would pay rent to him?
We agreed to pay less than $100 a week. It was about $60 a week. Whatever,
$75 a week. And you're saying that you paid $75 a week?
No.
We paid way more than that, Your Honor.
All right. What else are you suing him for?
Emotional distress with this lifestyle that he subdued me and Cornell to and all the kids in the house. You know, just the sex addict life, just the different females in there and dirtying up the house. And I have to clean this up. Yelling at me every day, don't appreciate nothing that I'm doing, you know.
All right. Now, what is your response to the whole issue of her paying money on a car that she puts in your name because you're not
She didn't
making
pay
the
money on the
payments?
car. I paid the car note. I voluntarily gave it back.
Do you have evidence of paying for the car?
No, ma'am, I do not.
You knew you were coming to court today to talk about a car. She's suing you for unpaid car payments. Why wouldn't you come to court and say, Your Honor, I paid these car payments? All right. What do you want to show me?
On the paper that I gave you before, it says repo right here. They had the repo.
Yeah, no, I
on
see it.
The 14th.
I see it's repoed.
It's repo. It was repoed, and that's on my credit because it was on my name. That's why I'm suing for emotional distress again, because I can't even get anything from my unborn child. Oh, and by the way, you will be a grandfather soon. Congratulations. I can't get anything from my unborn child because my credit is so messed up because of that repo. Whenever I try to put a down payment on a crib, they ask me, what's this repo on my credit? You know, what's this phone bill on my credit? What's this internet on my credit?
How far along are you, Sanju?
About 4 months now.
Okay. All right. How do you feel about the fact that she's pregnant with your son's child?
I'm glad I'm becoming a grandfather.
All right. Well, that's a good start. Now, what about the phone bills?
Okay, since he goes to jail so much and he has a possibility of going to jail so much, he begged me to get a house phone put in the house so that he can call from the jail and have us.
And you put the phone in
Your
your
Honor,
name.
that's a lie.
Right, he specifically.
Is that a lie?
The maid ran my bill up to $400 when she was with me. Okay? That's what happened. That's why I couldn't do it in my name.
Everybody's running up your bills and ruining your credit. Willie, are you listening to yourself?
I didn't know that the maid was making calls to Mexico.
Okay. Here's the deal. The defendant has not shown me anything that shows that that the plaintiff, his son, and his son's fiance are responsible for rent. Shame on you, Willie, for having this young girl come down from New Jersey and put a car for you in her name. You have ruined her credit. As far as I'm concerned, she did everything she could to make nice for you and your son. And here's the lesson, Stan June. You don't give a man any money. You don't put your credit on the line for some guy. All right? And he could talk the good talk. I give you money for emotional stress because his living room was more like a waiting room with the women. But you know what? You don't, in terms of the law, it doesn't comply with what I need for emotional distress. My verdict is for the car payments and the phone bills for the plaintiff. So ordered. Good luck.
After everything I've ever done for you, I cannot believe that you would drag me through this spectacle. But I always was a good father to you when your mother died.
A good father don't send
Stan June, I'm talking to my son. Respect that.
Jesus.
That's your problem.